On today's episode of, I don't even know what to call this type of episode, bro. What?
Well, it's the final straw for an unpopular green agenda policy when President Trump will sign an executive order to bring back plastic straws. Trump announcing the move on Truth Social while slamming the, quote, ridiculous Biden push for paper straws, which don't work. Back to plastic. Executive editor of ClimateDepot.com, Mark Morano, joins us now. Mark, it's Super Bowl weekend, but, banning plastic straws in Mark Morano's world is like another Super Bowl, right?
Yeah, again, it is so refreshing.
I'd be lying to y'all if I didn't tell y'all that sometimes this world doesn't make any sense. It's so confusing, and it's almost like it seems like an episode out of a fantasy fiction TV show or something. The fact that President Trump had to unban plastic straws, I'm assuming, because I don't read the law like that, I don't know the law, but I'm assuming that Biden actually banned plastic straws to the point where a business probably had to pay a penalty, or you get penalized for having a plastic straw as a business. Bro, maybe plastic straws are bad for the environment and things like that, maybe plastic in general, but if you're gonna ban plastic straws, why not ban all plastic? Makes no sense. Then on top of that, the solution y'all came up with is paper straws. Paper has chemicals in it as well. The paper, my hands are ashy again. Hold on, let me put some lotion on. The paper straws literally disintegrate as you're drinking the juice or whatever you're drinking. And then you start drinking more paper than you drinking juice. It don't make no sense, bro. Like, how do you get to the point where you make it a law that you cannot serve plastic straws, bro? Maybe there should have been a solution, but they had to they should have thought of a better solution than paper straws before just moving straight into banning plastic straws. Think of the solution first, and then go forward to thinking of that moving forward, that alternative.
In America, where you don't have an unelected bureaucrat the night before decide to ban wood-fired pizza ovens, gas stoves, ceiling fans, regulations, and all. Instead, we have an elected leader reversing this nonsense. This was the ultimate virtue signal, the plastic straw ban. You go back to 2008, California threatening waiters with $1,000 fines if they offer. Since then, we know that paper straws take 450 years to recycle, have forever chemicals, and have higher carbon footprint than plastic straws. There's no science there for all this virtue signaling to even vaguely support. This is something that is popular, and it's something that scientifically makes sense. Bring back the plastic straws. No one wants that paper crap anymore.
How did I know? It's common sense. How did I know that is a possibility that the paper straws are probably not only less effective, but probably more unhealthy than plastic straws, because the paper literally disintegrates. It gets soft and all that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And you're just drinking particles of paper. In no world would a teacher, when you're going to school, would have told you to ever put paper in your mouth. Now, they have paper plates, but I don't even think that's real paper. I think that's styrofoam. They do got paper plates. Now that I think about it, they do got paper plates. But I hate those too. Because next thing you know, you got something hot on the plate, and next thing you know, you got a hole in your plate. It melt right through the plate to the table. Now, how sanitary is that? But again, the thing that's the weirdest thing is, like, if you're going to ban plastic straws, why only that? Why not other things? And what I mean by other things, I'm saying other things that are plastic. Why only ban plastic straws? Why not ban plastic bottles, plastic plates?
I couldn't agree with you more. And that's such a great point. They virtue signaled, and all of these proposals they had didn't work, beginning with, and you know how I feel about the dishwasher situation. They ruined our dishwashers with their stupid, environmental proposals. And now we have to run our dishwashers 3 times to get our glasses cleaned. It's insane. Now, the other thing you and I have been pounding the drum on are these ugly windmills off of the shores that are killing whales, they're killing birds, they're killing our national symbol, the eagles, decapitating them, hitting their wings. I mean, really torturous deaths that these birds are encountering. Talk to me about what Donald Trump is doing about the windmills and how he's brought Governor Murphy, who's been, approving all of these wind farms everywhere. Now he's been brought to his knees. Tell us about it.
Well, this is huge. First of all, we're talking about plastic. To make one wind turbine,
Amen.
It takes 45 tons of non-renewable plastic. Okay, that's going to blow away all your plastic straws in restaurants, just to make a few windmills. What Donald Trump has done here, and again, we talked about this a couple weeks ago, this is environmental hero stuff. He's saving the whales. He's getting this blight off the landscape. Donald Trump's first 3 weeks in office, he is literally wiping out the entire offshore wind industry on the East Coast. Why? Because they're pulling the funding, they're pulling the permits, and they're exposing the fraud that wind power is somehow climate friendly. And even Governor Murphy of New Jersey, a staunch advocate who wanted this because he had to meet climate goals. By the way, climate goals have nothing to do with the climate. They're promoting an energy source that combined with solar aren't even 4%. So
listen, bro, unlike some of these Republicans out here, I'm not going to act like Donald Trump is the answer to everything. Like he's going to solve all the problems in the world. All right. There's some things that you can be criticized about Donald Trump as well, right? But the truth of the matter, the whole plastic straw thing is just idiotic. There's so many idiotic things on both sides, on the liberal side and the Republican side, but there's more idiotic things on the Democratic side than anything. Bro, it's just like, by him coming in and signing all those executive orders, by the way, I think that they're going to put a limitation on the next president, how many executive orders they can sign in a given time period, because Donald Trump is kind of low-key kind of abusing the executive order power, in my opinion. He's just signing off everything like it's like autographs, signatures on everything. That's kind of wild. But I don't know about the whole windmill and all that other type of things, but the plastic straw thing, I'm happy that Donald Trump was like, man, that's some bull crap, bro. No. Like, you ain't gonna ban plastic straws. That don't make no sense. It will only make sense if y'all banned everything else plastic related.
East Coast, I was in a protest with San Francisco liberals and East Coast liberals, along with conservatives and fishermen. They don't want these things. They're washing up debris on the beach. They want them gone. They're harming whales. More endangered whales are allowed to be killed by windmills than there are known there are species known. In other words, they're allowed to kill more than they're even known of an endangered species whale. So this has to stop. Donald Trump is stopping it.
So much for Save the Whales. Really fast, I don't have a lot of time, Mark, but what will happen to these windmills? So if the funding dries up and you're saying these windmills are not, recyclable, they're environmental disasters, what then?
Well, this is going to have to be decommissioned, and you're going to have a whole nother project to remove them from the oceans.
Yeah.
And let's hope. I mean, that's going to be a whole expensive project in itself. But I'd much rather spend the money on that than on putting more of this boondoggle of wind out there.
What I don't understand is the millions and billions of dollars that goes into research and development and paying really smart people like college students, grad students, doctoral students, or students going for their doctorate degree, professors at these Ivy League schools and things like that, or these top universities. How in the world have y'all not come up with a way to figure out what to do with the plastic? How have y'all not found a solution? That makes no sense. There's so many smart people. Technology is moving almost what seems like at the speed of a superhero. How in the world, if technology is advancing this fast, how in the world since I was a kid, y'all still have not figured out what to do with the plastic? Yet y'all produce it at every single year at great numbers, at crazy numbers. Plastic makes our life so much easier. We know that. But if it's such a bad thing, put the smart people together. How y'all ain't figured it out, bro? Recycling, you see how that worked. That ain't working as like we thought it would. Come on, yeah. All these smart people out here, what's going on?